Here at the Florida Aquarium, we tell water's story from its rainfall all the way out to the deep sea. And as you follow its path, it takes you into the wetlands, where first you can see fresh water and the bubbling up from the springs. You can see river otters and alligators in there, lots of freshwater animals and birds. And then the fresh water starts to mix with the salt water. And that's where you get into the brackish area. You can see lots of mangrove forests in there. And then after that, the water flows into the shallow seas, if you will, where there are bays and beaches. That's our second gallery. And there you can start to see small sharks and larger fish. And after that, you walk into the coral reef gallery. 500,000 gallons of water and about 2,300 different fish. And we actually allow guests to swim in there. It's called Swim with the Fishes, and it's for anyone over the age of 6 who's comfortable in the water. It's really a magnificent way to get up close and personal with some amazing animals. And then finally into our last gallery, Sea Hunt, where the top ocean predators are. And there's we're going to find Shark Bay. In Shark Bay, we've got 5 different species of shark from around the world, including the intimidating sand tiger shark. And basically from there, we actually allow certified scuba divers to get in that tank as well. It's called Dive with the Sharks. Both of our exhibits in the coral reefs and in Shark Bay, we do interactive programs with divers, where our divers will actually talk back to you in the gallery and answer questions and tell you really educational information about some of the things that go on in the habitats found around Florida. Our wetlands gallery is really a remarkable place. It's enclosed in an 1,100 panel glass dome, which is in the shape of a nautilus shell. And in the wetlands, you can find lots of different plants and animals. In fact, we've got more than 5,000 different plants and animals in there. You walk under a complete canopy of mangroves. You really feel like you're outdoors. And in there you can find river otters, which are native to Florida, alligators, which are obviously native to Florida. Actually, everything in there you can find here in Florida, including dozens and dozens of different birds, which are actually free-flighted birds. We have lots of different fish. You can see stingrays, you can see catfish, red drum that are probably the largest red drum you've ever seen before in your life. We've got some smaller sharks in there, including some small nurse sharks. We've got some cobia in there, which is a great game fish here in Florida. And overall, what you can find in the Wetlands Gallery is everything that you can find along the coast of Florida. It's really a remarkable gallery here at the Florida Aquarium. Our Coral Reef Gallery is really our most spectacular gallery. You start off with the shallow side of the coral reef, where you can find lots of small fish that use that as a home to grow bigger and larger. As you walk past the shallow side, you walk through a tunnel. On one side is the shallow coral, on the other side is the deeper coral. And there you can find moray eels, grouper, tarpon, triggerfish, and angelfish, and lots of other fish in there. After you pass through that area, you're in for a big surprise, because then you come to the panoramic window. This is a 40-foot long, 16-foot high, solid piece of acrylic. It's 12 inches thick, and it is a window into an actual coral reef that we rebuilt here at the aquarium from photographs of a coral reef in the Tortugas. This gallery is amazing, and what you see there is not real coral. In addition to the coral reef, there's a great exhibit just behind it called Dragons Down Under. And it's all about the leafy sea dragons and the weedy sea dragons that you can find in Australia. They are one of the most exotic type of fish out there. And in fact, you can look into the tank that they're in and oftentimes not even tell them from the kelp that they look so much like.